Today we'll be opening up a Power of the Force Deluxe Boba Fett.
Hit it. Get it going. Two mothers went to the park. It was kinda dark. In the daytime, Carl and Ryan in the daytime. Carl and Ryan don't niggas come by them in the bush in the hip.
Hey, CCR fans, back again fresh for another exciting episode for you today. So I'm in good spirits because Force Friday is sort of behind us.
Thank God.
The nightmare is over.
That was horrible.
It was like getting a root canal on like 3 teeth, I have to say.
It almost ruined the end of my vacation.
Yeah. So here we are, CCR. Remember to like us, subscribe us. This is season 3. We need more fans. We need more comments.
Yes.
We're bringing it to you fresh this year. Lots of new goodies.
I think this probably will be our best season.
I hope so. If
it's anything like the first episode, it can only get better.
It can only get better. So on this episode, this is part 2 of our, I guess, Disney Stash Black Friday haul of toys, if you can even call it that. And in this episode, we're going to really get into Triple Force Friday and talk about what we got and do kind of a review of some of the stuff, right? So there was the Black Series and there was the Vintage Collection. You happened to be at Disney, and this is actually in the past few years that we've done the Force Friday stuff. We were actually together, and we were sort of able to double team it.
Yes.
But I guess to our benefit, each year that they've done a Triple Force Friday or a Force Friday, like they used to call it, it's gotten smaller and smaller, and we've been reduced to box variants,
Pretty much,
and the same figures packaged, 3 or 4 different times. So while it was still kind of stressful getting it, it's not like it was back in the day when you had to get like a wave of 25 figures.
Yeah, those days are over.
Those days are.
I mean, that episode 3.
Yeah, that was really the end
of that big. You're talking about. I probably had 40 figures
at least,
and vehicles,
and they were all different. Everything was different.
It was insane.
And there was 12 inches.
That was the main push, if you think about it.
Yeah.
When episode 3 toys came out, you essentially bought like the first 2 or 3 waves and all the vehicles.
Yes. And you could be like, I want that one and I want that one, and they were just there. So I remember them pulling out cases of figures.
We were cutting boxes open.
For the
Toys R Us.
Pallets.
After the main pegs were just devoured.
Right.
We went and literally just slicing boxes open and just ripping toys out. And people were just taking them out of our hands. Yep. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, people were just like ripping the figures out of my hands like vultures.
Remember the R2 you stole from that little kid?
I remember he had a Yoda helmet on, and I took the ear and I ripped it around so the back of the Yoda was right there.
He stole the R2.
And I took that R2 right out of his hand. And it was very, very good feeling.
It was.
I was able to get that R2 and the box was mint. And remember, it was kind of like Beetlejuice where they took the ticket at the end. He had a super long ticket, and the one guy had like ticket number 2, and I just stuck another figure in his hand. He didn't even know. He
just exchanged it out. It was like this. It was like, this is the one. This is the one we wanted. And this is the one he had.
Right.
And we just took it out, and before he could realize, this was put in place, and then we were off.
Right, we did. And he took it, and he was like, "Daddy, look what I got."
He's like, "I got an R2.
I got an R2."
He didn't know the difference. He was 4.
It was awesome. Yeah. So, but this year, very, very different. So this year, each store got basically 1 case of Black Series and Vintage Collection, at least where we are in the United States.
I mean, I was in Florida, and that's pretty much how it was.
Yeah, it was like, that was it.
If you weren't the first 3 or 4 people, the only thing left was the garbage left over.
It was the Galaxies of Adventure.
Which, those are plentiful.
You can get those anywhere.
It's amazing how those are still floating around.
Yes. So, I went out, just to recap, at midnight. I went to 2 Walmarts, and they had no idea what I was talking about.
The one by me, the local Walmart, still doesn't have anything else. They're still waiting for Triple Force Friday to start.
They still don't have anything. My Walmarts were like, you need to leave because we're going to close the store at 12, and you need to come back at 5:30 in the morning. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I having to take a day off of work from scrubbing floors, cleaning dishes, to go to Walmart to get Star Wars toys? Because I know they're not going to be there after the first 2 minutes.
That's what it is. If you don't get there at the crack of dawn.
The crack of dawn. It's like an Apple Watch or an iPhone.
You got to be there.
You got to be there. So then I went to a couple of Targets, and there was literally one case of everything, and that was it. But the good news is we were able to get most everything.
I mean, it took us 2 weeks.
2 weeks in about 4 or 5 stores for me personally. How many for you? About 3 or 4?
At least.
All right.
And then multiple online.
Yes. So, yes, because I had to buy online as well. So, we're going to give you a snapshot of what we got. I guess we'll start with vintage.
Yeah.
All right. So, let's start with what we got here. So, my first thing is not vintage.
Oh, this is the first purchase of the night?
This was next to the Vintage Collection Star Wars toys. And it is kind of vintage because it came out in like the early 90s.
It's true. It's true.
And so I was like, why is this next to Star Wars? But it's the Mighty Ducks. And I was like, gotta buy it, right? And it's a mint case.
What was the price point on that?
This was $13.
Only $13.
And it's a DVD.
Wow. For regular old freaking 480 DVD.
But it's a Disney. It's a Disney movie.
They said to Hasbro, they said, you guys don't have enough product, so they start throwing out some Disney products.
They put this on the shelf, and they were like, it's kind of vintage, so we'll buy it. And
you bought it.
And I, just like some of the other fans that think the gold, Walmart exclusive 2-packs are going to be worth money, I was like, this is going to be worth money. So, got to get it.
I hear you.
So that was the first thing. All right, so then I started to get some figures. So the first figure here, this is VC 155. Is the Knight of Ren, and is probably the coolest out of the entire wave. You can see here.
It's a Knight of Ren.
Knight of Ren.
So how much screen time do you think this Knight of Ren is going to get in the new movie?
He's probably going to have 2 minutes, and that's probably good, right? Probably 2 minutes. So, but I will say that...
so is this Knight of Ren, is this a Jedi?
I don't know what he is. We don't know yet.
Is this one of the Jedis that he took from Luke's temple?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe it's a corrupted little Padawan learner. One keynote to make about these, if you haven't noticed, Hasbro is going to a single card for all countries. And besides the 300 languages that you get on the back, they're also including this little paper here, which has more instructions about the figure.
We like instructions.
We do. We haven't seen a lot of instructions.
No, it helps. So. It does help me understand what I'm actually doing with the story.
Yes. So that is the Knight of Ren, probably the coolest out of the wave. So we'll continue. All right. Next one is a Rey. Because we need more. We need more Reys.
Yet another version of Rey.
Yep. So this has the photoreal technology, and actually, like the Black Series from the last video.
Wow, she has a ton of accessories.
A ton of accessories you can see right there. This is 156 VC 156, and both of these, I will say, as we continue, have your full articulation, ball joints, as in all of your normal places, even down to the ankles and the hands. So you will not be disappointed in that arena, except what I've been noticing with the Vintage Collection toys, they will break.
They will.
They will. Like I had 2 TIE Fighters in an episode, was that season 1? Season 1, we did a TIE Fighter review, and the wings have blown off.
They don't stay on.
They don't
the
stay on.
latch is not. It's because the wings are so big.
They're like satellites.
Yeah, the satellite dishes.
So you have to be very careful with these. All right, so, and I don't mean playing with, I mean like posing it like you would expect to pose it, and the legs just break right off.
It looks like the feet are so small that, do they even stand?
I can't imagine they stand. All right, so this is Zori Bliss. Leaks are basically saying that this is Lando Calrissian's daughter.
Of course.
And you see her on Endor.
Oh.
So, but this is probably the next coolest figure out of the lot.
Is she supposed to be a smuggler?
I don't know who she's supposed to be. I know she's just been jaded by the Empire.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So this is 157. Pretty cool figure. I like the helmet. You can see the helmet there from the side view there. But again, all your normal articulation throughout this figure. Very dainty as well.
Yeah, these look like very thin. Like the 2 females specifically. Not a lot of meat.
No, not a lot.
Definitely skinny figures, like the way they've designed them.
Yes. All right. So the next one is VC 151.
That makes a lot of sense to have that figure in with this.
It does, doesn't it? So interesting about this figure is that this is supposedly a Walmart exclusive. I was able to order this online, and which was then quickly taken down. Now, I didn't order this from Walmart. I ordered it from another online retailer.
Right.
And it's been quickly taken down. So I don't know if I got lucky and I got this figure before they took it down, and they just decided to honor it. But Walmart and their exclusive lately is like finding a gold nugget out in the mountains.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Not going to happen. So this is 151. You can see the back here. They've changed the figures on the back as far as their looks. You get the Boba Fett and the R2 and the Imperial Stormtrooper from a previous wave.
They're hyping up this Yavin Luke.
Yeah,
I mean, you think about it. The next wave for me has the Black Series Yavin Luke, and then they have that European exclusive, that Skywalker Strikes version with like that box.
Yeah.
But they're all Yavin Lukes for some reason.
I don't know. And what's interesting about this figure is they did not give him ankle joints.
So it's just big boots.
It's big boots. So on all of these figures so far that I've shown, they got the full articulation on the ankles, and he's got all the articulation everywhere else. But what he doesn't have is articulation on his ankles.
Interesting.
All right, next is Poe Dameron.
That's the only one I ever saw in a store. Why does it look like, it seems like these are very like superimposed photos though. Have you noticed that?
Yes. I don't know why.
They're weird looking.
They look very crisp.
Yeah.
You know?
Except for the Luke.
Yeah, I think they got a new person who's designing the images. So this is the Poe Dameron, and the reason why they made this figure is because you've got the Poe Dameron X-Wing that has come out as well. So
correct. They got to have the pilot.
They got to have the pilot. So this is VC-160. Not a big fan of this guy. I mean, it's all right, but it
just looks like an X-Wing Luke.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just kind of another run-of-the-mill figure for me. All righty. And then next on the docket is another, this one's probably the next favorite out of my list. This is the Sith Jet Trooper, or as Entertainment Earth has it listed as a Red Rocket.
Red Rocket.
Red Rocket. I don't know why they call it a Red Rocket, but they call him a Red Rocket on the individually packaged, I believe, or in the case. So Sith Jet Trooper here. They're actually giving you another one, I believe, but you have to get it from
Amazon. Oh, that's a Sith Jet Trooper.
Yeah, Sith Jet Trooper.
Oh, see, I just have a regular Jet Trooper. Yeah. You have a Sith.
And this is Sith. And they're coming out with an Amazon one, and he comes with a bunch of accessories, and he's exclusive.
So it looks like the Sith are going to have their own...
Yep.
Well, in the leaks that have come out, they said that the First Order is actually fighting the Sith Empire.
The Sith Empire.
So there's almost like a civil war within the
whole thing now.
The Empire.
Wow. So this is VC 159.
It's actually a pretty cool figure.
He's a pretty cool figure. Yeah. He's got full articulation, including the ankle joints there.
So I'm assuming all the Sith armies are red.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And then the last one, which... is
that makes a lot of sense too.
Yep, is a Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot. So it's interesting, if you take out the Yavin, it's all the Rise of Skywalker, because this Luke was not part of the wave.
Now, is this a repack?
No, not for vintage at least.
Okay.
He's new, and he's got a new head sculpt on him. They may have made him for the vintage collection. I can't remember now. I know they made a Han Solo.
I think I have him for Black Series.
Yeah, I think he's for Black Series, but not vintage. They made a Han, and we're also getting a Leia in the next wave. Okay. So this is your X-Wing Luke. Pretty cool figure there. It's I don't know why this one is included in the wave of the Rise of Skywalker, but I know why I'm contradicting myself, because you get an X-Wing. You know, they repacked the X-Wing.
You're getting a Luke's X-Wing.
You're getting a Luke's X-Wing, so they had to give you the X-Wing pilot. So that is your X-Wing pilot there. So that is...
And that's all the figures.
The other one that I wanted to show is this... let me see if there's any more. Is the Han Solo in Stormtrooper disguise. This is VC-143. Sorry, I didn't say this here. This is VC-158. This is 153. This was a Target exclusive that was never on the shelves, at least by me.
I saw them when the retro line came out.
for like 10 seconds.
They were there, but all the paint apps were messed up and
Yeah.
they weren't worth buying.
Yeah, I had to ask them to get the case from the back, and they brought it up, and I was able to pick one out. But this figure is gonzo. The only place you can get it now is on Entertainment Earth. And again, it's a pretty cool figure, 143. You can see it's got the older wave on it. The paint apps on this guy were pretty terrible when they first came out.
They were horrific.
Yeah, I mean, face paint was all jacked up. But, you know, I'm kind of over Stormtroopers and disguises and all of that. But now you got a Stormtrooper Luke and a Stormtrooper Han Solo. All right, and the last thing that I got for my Triple Force Friday, and lo and behold, for some reason this was at Barnes & Noble's, because that makes a lot of sense.
It's
is
unbelievable.
The Poe Dameron X-Wing fighter. Here's all the goodies of the front. Now they've made 2 X-Wings. I have not gotten the Luke X-Wing yet because I never saw it anywhere. So I had ordered that online, and that's not out yet.
Now,
that I've gotten.
when I was at Disney, they had these by the buckets.
Buckets.
There was probably 50 or 60 of them that I saw. Out of that 50 or 60, I would say that 3 of them were worth buying.
3.
The other ones were absolutely destroyed.
Just absolutely.
I'd say about 20 of them were crushed. The first few I saw, the whole left sides were crushed. I got pictures of it.
Unbelievable.
And the other ones, you know, just had normal dents and dings and scratches. You know how these imprints were very easily they can. But that's when I called you. I said, hey, I've got one here, but you're like the one you said the one I have is pretty good, and just the chance of me getting it to you undamaged at that point, and with all the other stuff that I already purchased, would have been very hard to get to you.
So this has got wings that open like a normal X-Wing. It's got some cockpit landing gear that looks pretty sophisticated and easily broken if it's sitting on your shelf.
I mean, it looks like just the regular mold of an X-Wing, just different paint apps.
Yep. So
except the R2's missing.
Yeah, you get BB-8 goes in there.
Yeah.
So that was my haul. It took me 4 stores to try to get a mint wave of these figures. And I did buy all of these at retail, which was miraculous.
Wow.
But it took me pretty much an entire day and a half to get all of these.
Wow.
So
For
Triple Force Friday,
figures.
Triple Force Friday, you could basically
7 figures.
Yeah, basically you could take these 2 out because these weren't part of the original wave. And this took me a day and a half and 3 cases at different stores, and this was it.
Wow.
So we went from about 20 plus figures in back in episode 3
to 6
figures.
Wow.
Wow.
Impressive.
All right.
All right, we'll take a quick break and come back with Black Series.
Yep. So this looks like a lot of figures, doesn't it?
I mean, you're talking about when you see this table worth of figures, you're like, that is a Triple Force Friday haul.
I mean, we have to stand up.
I couldn't even, if you sit down,
Yeah.
you won't even see my face.
I know.
So when you look at all these figures, you're figuring, what is this? So what, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
23.
So you're like, that's a good haul.
Yeah, for Black Series, that's a lot of figures, right?
You're like, man, you know what? That's what Star Wars toys should be,
Right.
right?
Right.
But when you break it down,
Yes.
it's only what?
10
10 figures?
Yeah, I mean, in the wave, there's only what?
Well, you figure out of all these, there's only 8.
8 new figures.
Right. Then you have 1, 2 separate, and 3.
Yeah.
So 8, 9, 10, 11.
11.
So
new
11 figures out of all this.
Yeah, so you're getting basically someone at Hasbro was brilliant enough to say we can't produce enough, so we'll just put box variants on the entire wave, right?
Mhm.
And then we'll put a fresh coat of paint on 4 of the coolest of the set, and then we'll put those in a box.
Yeah.
And then that's it, right?
I guess that's it. That's how they look at it.
That's how they look at it.
So essentially, let's start with. I guess we'll start with
Yeah,
these. So you
yes.
have your, which I love, your first edition white box Black Series.
Yes.
So you have first edition has the little cutout right here. It says first edition in 16 languages.
Yeah.
And you have, and of course they're carded, so now you have multiple versions of carded figures,
Multiple versions.
which is not normally something they do.
Yeah, they've learned on
Normally
that.
they don't do that. They'll make it like an exclusive, and it'll just have the barcode on the side.
Yeah.
Which is what they did for the Commander Fox, if you see, it's not a carded figure. It's just a exclusive.
Exclusive.
All right, so they made the decision to make these actual carded figures. So, I mean,
and you know what? So, we were tag teaming it, as we said, for Triple Force Friday, and I went to Walmart at 5:30 in the morning, and I was like, I want. Do you have the case? And you're like, yeah, we have one case in the back.
right.
So she goes and gets it, and I'm like, holy crap, that's the white boxed Black Series. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, someone else is going to come in here and fight me for these figures. She brings it out. She brings out her box cutter, and I'm like, no, let me do it. Can I do it? And she was like, no, I have to open it. And I was like, please, I'm a collector. She was like, I'll put him back in the back. So I was like, all right. So I was like, please cut it nicely. So she sawing this thing open. Look at that, sawing it open.
Got through the next level.
Just got through the next level.
Oh my God.
Just almost.
This one is literally to the last piece.
Yep. Almost got through, and I was like, unbelievable. And she opened it up, and they were flawless.
Yeah, and which is crazy because a few hours later, I found the same box at the Walmart in Orlando, and it was not opened. They had a whole pallet of them because they hadn't put their stuff out yet. And the guy actually gave me the box as a picture of me holding it, and he sliced it right open, and I had them in my hand. And I was like, I'm gonna buy these, and I'm gonna scalp them on eBay. But I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that to somebody who really wants them. So I put them back on the shelf. I said, here you go.
Very noble.
And I put them back.
You're a very noble collector.
Right. Because I try not to screw over people.
Yes.
So I already had them. I know you secured them.
Yep.
I said, nope. That's going to go to some other youngling that wants to have those.
Who's going to scalp them on eBay?
Who's then going to scalp them on eBay?
Yes.
All right. So you got. We're going to go through these together. So we have your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, which is the same mold as the Galaxy's Edge triple pack.
Yep.
The only difference is he even comes with the two lightsabers.
Yep.
The only difference is his helmet has got the red.
And it looks like he comes with some sort of cloak in there too, underneath the symbol. I don't know, some sort of cloak.
I wonder if that's another helmet.
Yeah, maybe.
Doesn't say.
Yep.
Because we don't open it, we'll never know.
You never know. I guess you'll have to go to another channel to know what that cloak is.
So you got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, which is just yet another version of Kylo Ren. You have yet another iteration of Rey, which is the same version you have.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
this is the same version for the 375 figures for the vintage, except she comes with this little Dio. Yet another droid.
Yeah.
Yet another droid.
You know, why can't we just stick to C3PO and R2D2?
The problem is now they're so far removed from
Yeah.
the original droids that BB-8's now in the background.
Yeah, they don't even care about BB-8.
So now you got a Dio droid, which you're trying to push on people.
Yep. All right.
You got number 92. So that's 90, 91. Then you have the first edition Sith Trooper, which is hilarious. But you notice, look, the sticker's a little off kilter a little bit. The sticker's not around there.
Yeah.
But first edition Sith Trooper, but this is my third version.
Third version of the exact same figure.
I don't know how they can call this a first edition when I have the first edition right there.
This is
that is the first edition, which I bought in July.
Yeah, and this is the one that we reviewed that has the sides that
Correct.
come out, right? Yeah.
It comes with like 6 different weapons. So this one they just dumbed down and they give you one weapon.
Look at that. Same figure.
Same figure.
I don't know. First edition is a little misleading on that.
It is. I think it's kind of funny, but whatever. So you got the Sith Trooper.
All right, what's next?
93 is the Cal Kestis. And he comes with a little
baby droid.
Looks like a little baby doll droid. They're pushing those droids on people for sure.
And now he's part of the video game, right?
And it says right here, Jedi Fallen Order, which I have pre-ordered.
Okay.
Comes out I think November 13th or sometime in November. So this is actually the actor from the TV show Shameless, which I watch, which is pretty good. And he's also the Joker version in the Gotham show, I think, right? Is it the Gotham show that he plays the Joker?
Plays the Joker?
Is it Gotham? I don't know. I don't watch it. But I've seen him with like the weird scarred face.
Oh.
But I heard that the fans like him as the Joker. Or I don't know if he's really truly the Joker, but So this is that actor who's going to be voice acting the entire game, which I heard is going to be pretty good.
All right. So because we're going to maybe do a review.
We are going to probably do a review on that, and I think the Purge Trooper comes with that game. I think that's the leak now.
That's the leak.
So that's a Fallen Order. 94.
And this is the money shot.
This is the
What happened?
Something on there. That's good. I'll get it off. This is I guess the elusive figure for this wave.
This is the hard one.
This is number 94. It's the Mandalorian, obviously in prep for the Disney Plus Mandalorian show coming out November 13th or something.
And that is a really cool figure.
It's definitely the best figure in the wave for sure.
Yeah.
And like I said, for this figure now, I have him on the white box. I also have him on the black box right here. Same figure. Black box, normal wave. This is wave 1 now.
Wave 1.
Again, they've redone the waves.
Yep.
And also have him on the carbonized box.
With his paint job.
With his paint. The carbonized figures all have metallic paint apps, different apps. So they're technically different. But if you notice, also a carded figure.
So
they carded. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable.
So this is the Target exclusive, which is gone. Good luck.
I had one of those in my hand.
Yeah.
But
good luck.
Good luck.
They do not have any of those in stock. So that's number 94. I'll put him right here. Yeah. And those are hard to find. 95 is going to be the second sister, probably the second coolest of this wave.
Yep. And she's from the Rebel series.
And I guess she plays a part in the Fallen Order game as well. She's tagged as a Fallen Order figure.
And she actually died in the Rebel series.
Right. So she's the one that has that spinning lightsaber.
Yes.
So she's another first edition figure.
First edition.
Which they've also done a great job of putting the... There's your wave figure. So, once again...
Same
figure, just not listed as a first edition. Same exact figure carded. So if you're going to open one, might as well open the wave figure, not this figure.
Yeah, and that always mind boggles me. Why would you buy the hardest in the white boxes and open that?
I don't know.
And then when you have the opportunity to get the black box one.
If you're a collector, why are you opening up these? Why are you opening the carbonized figure?
I don't know.
If you're a collector.
If you're a collector, I don't know.
So, and then you have the carbonized version of her as well.
People are complaining that the paint is chipping off.
It's chipping off the guns and stuff and the figures. Well, you're just spray painting glitter on them.
Yes, right. Yeah.
And she's also carded.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, they carded it, so it's a carded figure as well. This is the GameStop exclusive, which for some reason GameStop has plenty of them.
Yeah, they're like Walgreens.
You can walk right in, pick her up, so you're good to go. At least by us. All right. So then you got.
I kind of like this
I like this figure. It's the Off-World Jawa, number 96.
How much screen time do you think he's going to have?
Probably like this. It's going to be like this. So you see me? This is what you're going to see. Teeny. And that's it.
And that's it.
That's the Off-World Jawa.
That's the Off-World
The only
Jawa.
difference I mean, it's cool. He does come with the actual cloth cape, which is pretty cool.
I do like that.
But his eyes are red.
You know, if they would have made him with the normal eyes, like a regular Jawa from Tatooine, I may have snatched it up.
Yeah, decided to go with the red eyes.
Yes.
Maybe when they go off-world, their eyes change colors.
Yeah, they get very mad when they go off-world.
So that's number 96, which, like I said, it's same thing. You got your regular wave figure.
Yeah.
Off-world Jawa, no difference. Same exact figure.
No difference.
And then your last one for this wave is going to be the First Order Stormtrooper, which is, I guess, the Executioner.
Yeah.
From Fallen Order, right?
Yeah. I mean, we need another clone.
It comes with, well, it's not the Executioner, but it's kind of a mixture of the two. It has the that like Jedi staff that you can fight lightsabers with all of a sudden. He comes with a shield and a blaster, so it's kind of a mixture between like the Stormtrooper and the one that I guess Finn fought.
Yeah, and it's worth noting standard articulation.
Yes. That
you would expect. The Jawa does not come with leg articulation, does he?
I don't think it does. No. Yeah.
But everyone else comes with your normal articulation.
Yep. So you have your First Order, first edition, and you have the exact same wave that came out. So you have all the same figures, right? So that's that. You have your GameStop and your Target, and then you have a Amazon Sith Trooper. So yet another Sith Trooper.
Another Sith Trooper.
And this one is also carded, number 92. Oh. Now, to note, though, this one does have some... This one does have... It looks like some... I don't know if it's just because of the colors, but more... It seems like the armor is a little more detailed, but I think it's maybe because of the paint.
That bronzy red.
The paint makes it look a little different, but it's definitely... This figure definitely stands out more with that metallic paint, which I kind of like.
Yeah, I agree.
But it is the same carded figures, 92.
And it is worth noting, we've kind of mentioned this, the figures and their accessories are all completely the same with the bronze figures, but they are painted
differently.
different.
So the box and the figure are technically different.
Are different.
And then the last carbonized one is the first order Jet Trooper, which is the vintage collection.
Yes.
But this is the carbonized version, which this figure comes in the mystery box.
Yes, I was about to say. Yes.
So this is the first order Jet Trooper. So it is a carded figure, number 99.
And so instead of them putting it in the black box, they put it in the mystery box. Yeah.
So there's that. That's a pretty cool figure. This is the Walmart exclusive, which I ordered my Target and Walmart exclusive at midnight on Triple Force Friday. Both of them got delayed, pushed out to the point where I finally canceled my orders and got them on eBay because I couldn't. I was just getting frustrated. And then let's finish this. So the last thing is this mystery box, and that's where we figured out that the Jet Troopers in this mystery box, they're all Jet Troopers. Yes. There's no mystery figure. It's all Jet Troopers. Okay.
Yeah. They ran out of the cardboard.
So on the back, it shows you it comes with a beanie, a pin, a comic book, and then there's your mystery figure. So in a later episode, we're actually going to open up some of these. We got some exclusivity with these.
Yeah, yes.
We do have some figures we're going to open. Maybe a Sith Trooper, maybe a Mandalorian. I'm not sure. And I do have an extra mystery box, so I'm going to be opening this up.
We're going to see what the big mystery is.
So I'm pretty excited about that. Once again, this is like $29.
Yeah. Which
is kind of ridiculous.
Yep.
But once again, box it up.
Box it up and we'll sell it.
The last two is this is now a Barnes & Noble. Don't let my Milwaukee fall. So this is a Barnes & Noble and GameStop exclusive. This is Clone Commander Fox. This was kind of hard to find the first few days. Like, everyone was buying them, and I was like, it's amazing how they're all over the internet.
Yeah.
But I couldn't, there was no SKU on GameStop's website or anything. So it's just, the only issues that I've seen with these is the visors. Some of the visors are all cattywampus.
Yeah.
But this one is a pretty good one. It comes pretty good because I'm not going to open them, obviously. So, but this is just another Clone Commander.
And his the bottom piece, is that cloth?
Looks like it is, yes.
Looks like cloth.
He comes with a giant blaster and 2 little pistols. He is not carded.
Another exclusive.
And then we put pictures on our Instagram page right before I went out to Disney of the Amazon exclusive Emperor. And the first one I got was in the box, thrown in the box, no protection, and the entire bottom of the box was like somebody grabbed it like this and lifted it, and it ripped the entire bottom of the box off.
And they thought that was acceptable to mail out. Well, how much was this? $30?
Something like that, 30-something bucks, yeah.
They thought that would be acceptable.
It's a pretty cool figure, dude. Comes with the throne chair. He comes with his cane, his Force Lightning, and he comes with 2 different head molds, which is a pretty cool figure.
I do like that figure.
And this was obviously unveiled when they found out that he was going to be in the new movie. That's when they unveiled this and you could order it. But it was on back order for a while. Like, they just held it for a while. Yeah. So this is a really cool figure. I'm pretty happy about the Emperor. So it only took 2 iterations to get this one.
Only 2.
So once again, like I said, this is my Triple Force Friday haul. It looks like a ton of stuff, but it's literally only 12 figures.
So Hasbro, if you're listening, please just make some figures. No more box variants. No more exclusives. We just want to walk into a toy store and buy a toy.
The thing is, you can't find these.
Never again.
These are gone. Never seen one of these yet.
Never again. Since.
The carbonized minus the Amazon and the GameStop.
Yep.
Haven't seen these in stores. The Target and Walmart. Haven't seen one each.
Nope.
You can have no problem getting mystery boxes, though.
No problem. Well, and I think after all of the haul that we had, these are the best 2 goodies.
Those are the definitives.
These are the definitives right here. Look at that.
What was the price point you paid on those?
I think I paid $10 each.
Wow, that's a good deal.
Yeah, $10. You know, well, I was thinking Galaxy's Adventures or Princess Leia, you know, and I went with these 2, and stay tuned for another episode because we're gonna crack these bad boys open. And we may do a giveaway. Yeah. Because we know a lot of fans want these, and we know it's hard to find.
They are hard to find. Well, and this is it. This is the last movie line figure they're ever going to make because they announced right before Triple Force Friday there is no Episode 9 toy line.
Can't make them.
Nope.
Got to make boxes.
So now they're sticking with these Galaxy Adventures, which is, and now you have your Black Series and Vintage still. Yeah. So it looks like a lot, guys. It was a lot, and it was very stressful getting these figures.
It probably knocked a couple years off my life.
I'm probably going to die about 3 or 4 years early now.
And I hope we never have another Triple Force Friday or Force Friday.
I hope
again.
this is the last Force Friday that,
Yes.
that we have to do.
Because the only people that know about Triple Force Friday is like you and me. Because no one at the retail stores have no idea what we're talking
I
about.
agree.
Right?
Disney had it set up, but I was number 388.
388.
I walked right back. I was like, nope,
Yeah.
not waiting. So,
all right. Until our next episode where we crack some of our toys open.
Yep.
We'll get an in-depth review of some cool stuff.
I can't wait. I can't wait to wear this beanie.
I mean, that's going to be awesome.
It's getting cold out.
Maybe there'll be another necklace.
Maybe.
You know,
I can't wait. This is going to be the best opening.
You know what? Just a quick preview. We're going to be opening up a vintage collection yak face. I have been eyeing this thing. I've had about 7 of them.
Those are pretty pricey, though.
They are pricey, but you know what? I'm going to do it for the fans.
All right.
All right. Until next time, see ya.